Hi guys, so I'm looking ahead at the previewing two of the night games going into day three on Rod Laver. Coco Gauff, the former world number one, Yannick Sinner, the former world number one, the reigning champion for Australian Open, both start their campaigns in the night session tomorrow. For those of you who have been following me, you'll know that I had a Mystic Pav prediction on two of the night games on Rod Laver today. Igor Swiatek and Novak Djokovic, and all six of them came in. So if you like beating the bookies, then have a look at some of these Mystic Pav value bets. They're not bankers; they're kind of value. So you win a decent amount from a small outlay, and they're boosted by Bet Right. So I'm looking to do a similar sort of thing for the Sinner and Osaka matches. If we start with Osaka, she's playing Antonio Ruzic, who's a top 100 player from Croatia. She had a really, really good run in Hobart where she made the semi-finals. So she's a player in form, but she's up against Naomi Osaka. Now, Naomi Osaka obviously is a multiple Grand Slam winner, a former world number one. She obviously took time off the tour when she became a mum, and she's slowly but surely trying to get back to kind of where she was. So it'll be really interesting to see how Osaka fares tomorrow. Now, I personally think Osaka is looking in pretty good shape. I looked at her in the United Cup. Yes, she beat Katie Swan, who was probably a bit more of a lower ranked player in the from the GBT, but she beat her quite well. Played beat her in straight sets, and I'm expecting her to take that form on to the Australian Open. Naomi Osaka is a big match player, so she really kind of brings her best tennis, I feel, to the biggest occasion, the Grand Slam. So I think Osaka will win in straight sets tomorrow. It won't be easy, but I think she's got the ability, and what I'm seeing at the moment in terms of her preparation and the way that she's looking, I think she's in a good shape to do that. The other thing that I think Osaka will do is I think she'll hit a few aces. Now, there's a really, really good value bet on Osaka to hit more than six aces tomorrow, which I think is pretty good. Osaka's a pretty good ace hitter, and I think she'll be looking to try and get on the front foot as possible. And the third bet there, if you do it as a bet builder, as a treble, is Antonia Ruzic to hit more than two and a half double faults. And this is basically on statistical statistics, really. I've been looking at her performance in Hobart where she was hitting multiple double faults in a lot of those matches, and Osaka being such a good returner is going to put a lot more pressure on Ruzic. So I think that's where my value bet is going to be. If you put all those together, it's been boosted up to 5-1. So have a look at those on the link below. For the Yannick Sinner game, he plays against Hugo Gaston. Sinner at the moment obviously is red hot. He's been red hot for the last couple of years, so not expecting anything other than a Yannick Sinner straight set victory there. I think he's going to be quite comfortable. He hasn't played Gaston for 5 years. I think the last played in Miami in 2021, where Sinner beat him comfortably. He's 2-2. So he's got a previous good record on him. Gaston is just ranked inside the top 100, so it shouldn't be someone that gives Sinner a lot of problems. Now, Sinner, his price to get more than 8.5 aces, I think, is really, really good. I think Sinner is going to take advantage of the fast conditions. And he has, in the last year or so, he has become a big, big ace hitter. He wasn't really early on in his career, but he has become a big ace hitter. So I'm going to go for that. And on the same with for the men's as I've done with Ruzic, I'm going to go with Gaston to hit more than 3.5 double faults. One of my reasoning for that is that the amount of pressure that Sinner puts on servers with his returns, it can be really, really demoralizing. So have a look. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you've got any value bets yourselves. Any predictions, who you think is going to do well in tomorrow's day. So as I said, I'm just looking at the night sessions for now, which being in the UK works quite nicely for us because we don't have to get up in the middle of the night for it. So I hope you guys are all enjoying the Australian Open. If you do have a bet, make sure you do obviously bet responsibly and within your means, and continue to enjoy the Aussie Open. See you guys later. Bye.